According to Carl Jung, nothing in the universe is accidental. The people we meet and the events that occur in our lives are all reflections of our inner world. In this video, we will dive deeper into the law of resonance, exploring who we meet and why, as well as the meaning these encounters hold in our lives. 1. There are no coincidences. Carl Jung, who asserted that nothing in the universe is a coincidence, did not believe that the people we encounter in life are merely the result of chance. For him, every meeting is an expression of spiritual resonance, an invisible connection that unites us, operating in a pre-established order deep within the subconscious. People, events, and every moment that touches our lives are part of a greater whole that our conscious mind cannot perceive beyond time, space, and circumstances. Every interaction happens in response to an inner call. Every person we meet is a reflection of our inner world, sometimes pointing to a deficiency, sometimes to completeness. Even when these encounters seem simple and insignificant at first glance, they are in fact inevitable stops on our spiritual journey. Jung's concept of synchronicity helps us understand the meaning of these seemingly random events. Synchronicity is the occurrence of two events connected in a meaningful way without any physical cause and effect link. A meeting with someone is not just an external event, it is also an echo of an inner calling. What we call coincidences are actually moments when the deeper essence of life winks at us. The universe always arranges meetings that match the frequency of our soul, even if we are unaware of it. That is why no one comes into our life by accident. Every encounter is a visible expression of our inner process. No true meeting is ordinary. Each is a part of a larger pattern in which, stitch by stitch, our spiritual growth is woven. 2. What is the law of resonance? The law of resonance is based on the fact that everything in the universe emits a vibration and a frequency. Combined with Jung's psychological ideas, this law states that a person's inner frequency attracts specific people and events in the outer world. The human mind is nourished not only by conscious thoughts, but also by deeply rooted unconscious beliefs, suppressed emotions, and remnants of past experiences. These deep vibrations form the foundation of the law of resonance. Whatever frequency our inner state vibrates at, external events compatible with that vibration will inevitably be drawn into our lives. Unconscious fears, desires, or hopes are invisible threads of relationships we weave around ourselves, often without realizing it. The law of resonance works on the principle that energies vibrating at the same frequency attract each other, much like two sound waves of the same frequency merging to create a stronger vibration. In this context, the people we meet are not just external beings, but reflections of our inner world. When we draw someone into our life, we are actually encountering a part of our own inner state in their personality, behavior, or presence. This law also shows that spiritual growth is always mutual. When we touch the lives of others, they in turn reflect hidden aspects of ourselves. Therefore, every person who appears in our life is a response to the frequency we emit, consciously or unconsciously. Understanding the law of resonance allows us to better comprehend not only our relationships, but also our inner world, because true change does not come from altering external conditions, but from transforming our inner vibration. Living with this awareness enables us to approach human connections more wisely, revealing the hidden meaning behind encounters. 3. The meaning of encounters. According to Carl Jung, every meeting is not just a coincidence, but an external expression of our inner world. Each person fulfills a specific role in our life, teaching us something not only through their existence, but also through their behavior, words, and presence. Meeting someone is far more than merely observing them from the outside. Jung explains the process of individuation, the core principle of analytical psychology, as something that happens through these encounters. To reach our true self, we must learn from the people and events we face. Such meetings become opportunities for our spiritual growth. Sometimes a person we meet introduces us to a part of ourselves we had never noticed before. At other times, encounters with difficult people create the necessary conflict for growth. These meetings reveal our emotional reactions, fears, and limitations, allowing us to explore ourselves more deeply. Every meeting can also be seen as a form of reflection. People act like mirrors, showing us hidden aspects of our inner world. repressed emotions, or suppressed thoughts. Instead of avoiding or blindly reacting to these reflections, it is important to accept them and uncover their meaning. Attracting someone into our life reveals not only their existence, but also the deepest and perhaps most hidden corners of our own mind. People we meet can become companions and guides in our inner journey. Sometimes, however, they can also be obstacles, but even that holds meaning. Like a difficult lesson, such encounters can transform us. Jung believed that relationships with people who are out of harmony with our inner world can serve as sparks that awaken our spiritual energy. These meetings often open opportunities for growth and transformation, because sometimes only the most challenging individuals can bring about real change and awareness in our lives. Every meeting carries an inner message, even if we are unaware of it. This message might be a call to develop a new perspective, break old patterns, or overcome inner barriers. For example, meeting someone who is emotionally distant and constantly projects strength can be an opportunity to acknowledge our own vulnerabilities. Similarly, some people who enter our lives can fill an emotional void within us by showing love and compassion. In the end, every person we meet is a teacher and an archetype on our spiritual path. The ability to understand the meaning of these encounters not only shapes our individual consciousness, but also helps us recognize our universal connection to humanity. People and experiences are tools that help us understand ourselves and, ultimately, reveal ourselves more deeply. 4. The unconscious and attraction. In Jungian psychology, the unconscious is not just a place where forgotten memories or suppressed emotions are stored. It is a deep and dynamic aspect of human psychological structure. Jung emphasized that the unconscious is one of the cornerstones of analytical psychology and claimed that the forces formed in this realm shape how individuals interact with the external world. The unconscious often acts as an invisible force, leaving traces in our lives without our awareness. These unconscious forces are a combination of inner motives, emotions, beliefs, desires, and fears. Many think of the unconscious merely as a repository of negative, repressed memories, but Jung saw it also as a source of creative and transformative power. In the context of the law of resonance, the unconscious plays a crucial role because the vibrations of our inner world shape the people and events around us. A person radiates their spiritual vibrations outward, whether they realize it or not. These vibrations create a force that can either attract or repel others. Jung described this phenomenon as symbolic attraction. Whatever emotions, beliefs, or traumas we focus on in our inner world, we attract people with similar energy into our lives. This is like a magnet drawing similar poles. But the attraction is not merely a matter of physics, it is also the result of resonance on a psychological and spiritual level. Our inner wounds, fears, or suppressed desires make us notice similar traits in others. For example, someone who has long felt their love was unappreciated may often meet people who are emotionally detached and starve for affection. This dynamic mirrors the unconscious. The gravitational pull of the unconscious affects not only individual behavior, but also social relationships and group dynamics. When people gather, they are influenced not only by their individual desires and conscious thoughts, but also by the collective unconscious. Jung believed this force guides people not only toward conscious choices, but also toward processes of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Every person we meet is both a reflection of our inner world and an answer to the deep calls of our subconscious. This pull can reveal not only the people around us, but also the conflicts and unresolved issues within. Each meeting is a chance to face our shadow, to acknowledge our inner flaws and take a step toward a higher level of awareness. Here, Jung's concept of the shadow comes into play. We often notice in others the traits we reject, suppress, or ignore in ourselves. Such encounters give us the chance to confront the darker sides of our unconscious. No one can achieve complete spiritual development without becoming aware of their shadow. Thus, every person we meet can be seen as a teacher of our subconscious, deepening our inner journey by introducing us to parts of ourselves we were unaware of. This attraction operates not only personally, but universally, as part of the overall resonance that connects people and events.